Hello, Oblivisile tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Seiken Densetsu 3 with me, Blue Ankylo. Don't forget the turtle. So we've got all 8 elementals, by the way. Every element in the game has been gathered up. If this was Secret of Mana, we would be entering the endgame, going to the Pure Land, or going to the Mana Fortress. But Seiken Densetsu 3's got a little bit more to do than that. For now, let's go check out this mana gate that the fairy keeps telling us about. We made it! Time to open the portal. Thank you for everything. I never could have attempted to open the portal on my own. Mana has been weakening throughout our journey, but I think I can still manage. Elementals, lend me your power! Moon, spirit, earth, fire, heart. So everyone, all the elementals are going to have a little one-liner. Don't hold back! Grrrr! That's my favorite so far. Oh good, the children are outside screaming. Perfect for my stream. Take all of my dark power. Captain Planet, exactly. We gotta save the planet. By your powers combined. Can we do it? Can we get to the Mana Sanctuary? Or do we have to start all over again? That does not look so good. Curses! So close! You can do it! Don't give up now! We forgot the element of heart. Aw, you were so close. Next time you'll definitely get it. It didn't blah 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 blah. Hey there, Tim. Thanks, everyone. Man has grown weaker than I expected. The portal won't get any larger. I'll try one more time. Please, Goddess of Mana. Alright, this time, adding in the element of heart. Can they do it? We should have added the time elemental. That might have helped too. Or the sun element. We didn't add that in there. Oh, we got our spirit mom. It's up in the sky now. Yeah, you got it. I never even doubted you. Not even one time. No, that actually wasn't me. Stop this. Stop the music. Stop the music. That portal opened on its own. The Mana Stones might have been activated. They're giving up a lot of energy. It combined with the powers of the other elementals and created the huge portal in the sky, but it's way up in the sky. So high that you guys, can't get there. The element of surprise. That's a good elemental. I like that one too. What? So now what? Well, sure wish we had an airship. Because these guys have an airship. This is the Kingdom of Altina with an airship powered most certainly by magic. And now that the portal is open, they just fly right in. So that didn't really go according to plan, you could say. Whoops! Someone, quick, learn the levitate spell or the fly spell. Oh no! Watch out! Oh yeah, they've got bombs. By the way, they invented airships and bombing runs on the same day. Oh, I know that voice! I'll never forget that voice of the wizard from Altina. We couldn't activate the Mana Stones with forbidden magic alone. Thanks for releasing the mana energy. Now, Altina's flying battleship, the Gigantress, will invade the Sanctuary of Mana. Please accept this gift with our regard. They just keep bombing us. That's not very nice. He says, as he flies off to destroy the world. Your Majesty, beastmen, subjects, now is the time to invade the Sanctuary of Mana. Once you get the Sword of Mana, the human world will tremble at your feet. You can create a beastman utopia. Does that sound equitable, your Fury Majesty? Proceed with your plan. Yes, sire. Now then. Guards, we're off to the front lines. But how could Beastmen get there? They don't have magic airships. Nah, they've got hawks. The Eagles will carry them to the gates of Mordor. So the Beastmen army, just take their Eagles over. It's great. How come I didn't get Eagles? We had to go on a turtle. Alright, so that's 2 evil armies through the Sanctuary Fort portal. Malocchio, what is it? They have opened the portal to the Sanctuary. Are you prepared? You forget to whom you speak. You are the one who's late. What news do you have of his Dark Majesty? See, they've got all the demons and vampires and stuff. He used the last of his essence to bring the Darkstone back from Malvolio and into this realm. His Dark Majesty has perished. Well, the good news is the Darkstone's back. And the double good news is his Dark Majesty has died. That's probably good. It is proceeding as he planned. I have prepared the vessel that will bring us through the portal. Let's cast off. Once we have the Mana Sword, we can revive his Dark Majesty. His power can transform the realm into Malvolia itself. We cannot fail. Now, I think in Secret of Mana, where they had all the undead underground monsters corrupting everyone, hey look, they've got a ship with balloons. Maybe the least sensible of all the ones so far. Just hope they don't pop. But I believe the Navarre Prince, if you play through Hawkeye's story, gives you a much better idea of how the underworld works in the Secret of Mana universe, because that's literally what Malvolio and the King of Darkness are actually up to, is trying to revive the demon world, basically. In Secret of Mana, they barely hinted at it, but in this game, well, if you play the right story, at least, you get a lot more information. Well, things aren't good for our heroes. After being bombed twice. So now what? Wake up! Hey, listen! Is everyone alright? We gotta go after them. But the portal's in the sky. How are we gonna get up there? I'll just throw you. Wait! I heard the Goddess of Mana's emissary, the Winged Defender. The Winged Defender lives on the tallest peak. He's a spirit that oversees both land and sky. Maybe we should have gone here earlier. Wouldn't that have been nice? Maybe, like, before we had to find the turtle on the volcanic island. The tallest peak? Well, that's got to be the Celestial Peak in Lorient. Let's check it out. Alright. Let's continue. We do get some sad music. Cannon travel! Is there a cannon here now? I didn't see any cannons. Or do you just mean, like, take a cannon and shoot ourselves into the portal? That sounds beautiful, actually. We should do that. Actually, that would probably work. Alright, fairy flute. Can't fail. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Here we go, Manatee. We're just gonna fire this cannon directly at you. It's loaded with people, but it's fine. I guess we're just lucky no one has used those cannons for offensive purposes. Alright, so Laurent, they didn't even give us a direction on the minimap this time around. I guess after getting your 8 elementals, you're supposed to know where stuff is. And I totally know where stuff is, don't worry. We did our world tour once, so no time for walkthroughs. I wonder if we can cannon travel up the mountain. Because there was a cannon at the Laurent secret base for a while. I'm gonna test it out before I walk up the whole mountain. Oh, Palo doesn't have it. Never mind. I was thinking of a different town. Maybe I should have gone to, what was it? Jad? Not Jad. Maya. I could have stopped at Maya and checked their canon travel. I'm not even 100% if it would have worked, though. It's possible, but whatever. We're already here. Let's just climb the mountain. If you're playing along, maybe go check out one of the canon travel spots and see if they'll shoot you up to the top of the mountain, because that would be convenient. Now, given that they're super low level, it's not like it's going to take very long, but... Labeek! A little bit of a graphical glitch there, cutting off the beginning of the enemy's name. Backtracking with me, Blue Ankylo. Both of you survived the boss battle. Of course, you were just picking on a baby Ankylo. Alright, so, the Kingdom of Wind. Oh, I see you're all well. You wish to find the Winged Defender. I understand your predicament. I'll unblock the path. However, the Winged Defender is the protector of the Laurent Mountains. It is said that he only appears for us Amazons. Well, if you had Rise with you, or Rice, or Lice, I don't know how you say her name. They keep changing the spelling. Anyway, Celestial Peak looks like a really safe location to fall to your death. Now, there's going to be some enemies up here that are trouble. We'll talk about it if it happens. Now that the Copper Knights are level 25, the girls can't even hurt them, so that's unfortunate. They hit pretty hard, and they're still going to have a special tech. Dream Read. That might be the item that changes night to day. Maybe. Alright, let's test out some magic up here. Let's not, because I can't cast any magic. Okay, let's try Earthquake on the Copper Knight. Of all the enemies, killing the Copper Knight is pretty important. Probably second only to killing, well, cockatrices, you'll see. At least Duran can break his defense, but the girls can't help out unless I use a bit of magic, so. Should try out some different spells, see if they're a little bit more effective. Human enemies might be weak to light or dark element, maybe. We're doing really good at not getting hit by traps today. Good job, team. Chat's helping me out, probably. Giving me good luck. Alright, well, that didn't take too long to get to the top. We didn't even find any cockatrices. Hey, look, it's a baby Flammy. That's it. Though he's too small to defend much, is this just a baby? Hey there, we're trying to get to the Sanctuary of Mana. Do you suppose you could help us? Don't get too close. I think he made him mad. Alright, time for a final boss battle against the Manatees. Oh, I'm sorry. You're a girl dragon, aren't you? How about I give you a cute name, like Flammy? Perfect! Flammy again. I'm sorry to ask, but this is urgent. Would you please take us to the portal in the sky above Oblivion's Isle? Sure. We convinced the White Dragon. Didn't even have to grow up. Also, she's got autopilot now. And a few more frames of animation, I believe. It's a different Flammy than Secret of Mana, though. And its autopilot is a little bit up and down, left and right, kind of not sure where she's going, but, you know. So we're going the longest possible route to the Oblivion's Isle. All around the world 5 times. They really want to show off the Mode 7 graphics, you know. Whoever developed this game at Square. Yeah. Alright. Hey, it's the Sanctuary of Mana. Yay! We're the 4th group here. But we could just fly right to the Mana Tree, right? Kind of like the Pure Lands. This is the Sanctuary of Mana? Look, these soldiers that went through the Sanctuary before us, they slaughtered each other. Yeah, I mean, there was 3 armies coming here that definitely were not friends with each other. The ninjas, the beastmen, and the mages. And, boy, there's a lot of dead enemies. So I guess this is great for us. All of our enemies killed each other, and now we're fine. Let's just heal up in case there's a boss up here. Alright. Full power. Well, there's Rabbites. So, I think this is reminiscent of the Pure Lands in Secret of Mana. It'll be fine, though. This might be the kind of place where dark magic would be extra effective. Now, we're never gonna learn the upgraded dark spell because we took the, you know, light promotion path. So, this is the only darkness spell we're gonna get, basically. 165 is not that much. It's not really directly related to Secret of Mana in terms of the timeline. It's not like The Legend of Zelda where you can try to piece together a gigantic timeline in one world. The Secret of Mana series is pretty much always a new world every time. More like how Final Fantasy works. So just for interest's sake, let's try out... Holy Bolt on the King Rabbit. I mean, I don't really know if he's strong or weak to light or dark. I just want to test it out. They share a lot of themes, obviously. But, like, that Flammy is not, as far as I know, is not related to the Flammy of Secret of Mana. Those King Slimes, or King Rabbites, 200 XP is pretty good. King Slimes. They're not slimes. They're bunnies. Sadly, our girls are doing 1 damage at an attack again, which is not very helpful. Oh, a regular one. Well, this is probably the way to go, is straight up there, but let's check over this side. So as always, if you brought a different party with some more useful fighters, all these melee combats would go considerably quicker. Instead, having to rely on Duran to do all the damage is a little bit annoying. In Secret of Mana as well, you know, your sprite and your girl, although they never did as much damage as the boy, they weren't so much worse in melee. Like, I think Seiken Densetsu 3 went too far on the mages being trash in melee, in combat. When Duran hits for 60 and they hit for 1, I just feel like something's broken. Like, something isn't really working. Because the enemies shouldn't have so much defense that they can completely nullify one. Like, even just in terms of stats here. Hold on just a sec. Just in terms of stats, right? Duran has 160, they've got 100. So does that mean the enemies have 100 defense, enough to make our girl's attack power 0, and then Duran does 60 damage more than them? Like, that's a crazy amount of difference, right? Like, or there's some other mechanic, I'm not sure how it works. But, like, we could leave them fighting that King Rabbite for days. They'd never kill him. So I think... Let's see, we just... we came through this area. There was a branch down and right. I'm assuming they connect up over here somewhere. Or maybe not. I guess, like, on one hand as well, and on the other hand, Duran does make pretty short work of these enemies, just on his own. You know, he hits pretty hard, and as long as I'm paying attention to his special attack, you know, he can kill them quick enough on his own. Uh-oh, massive bunny attack. I don't even know what that was gonna do, but we must have killed it just in time. They unleashed the bunnies upon us. So far, just dead ends everywhere. I really feel like that giant brick on the ground is going to move out of the way. But we're going to have to go somewhere first to open the path, I think. It seems like that's the path forward. I am glad I changed the girls to use their tier 1 tech, though, because they get to pull it off a lot more frequently. And it gets them out of doing 1 damage all the time. So I'd rather do 60 damage twice as often than charge up to their level 2 tech, which might do a little bit more, but half as regularly. And also pause the screen to do the animation. So, tier 1 tech seem to be the sort of bread and butter of getting anything done with these girls. Alright, well, we've only got 1 split left as far as I can tell. To the up and right from here. And all things, in the end, these are just Rabbites. Well, this is just another dead end. Well, what am I missing then? Once again, Blue is completely lost. I've taken every branch now, though. So, once again, the game has completely confused me. We can't walk on lily pads or anything. We can! I tried to walk on these last time. I thought, oh, I should be able to walk on those. And I tried, and it didn't work the first time, so I didn't try it again, because... Triple axle attack? What's that? It also kind of feels like the Rabbites aren't really doing their skills properly. And they're kind of joke enemies, even the powered up ones. Hey, level up time! I'm pretty sure that we only needed 9 Spirit on Duran to get all of his Saber spells until promotion. So for now, basically all he needs is Strength and then Stamina for defense. Dexterity does nothing, Luck does basically nothing. Spirit would give him some magic defense, I think. But most things do physical damage that cause problems. We can't raise Angela's stamina right now. We could raise her spirit. Oh, right. Intellect defends against magic damage that uses intellect, and spirit defends against magic damage that uses spirit to attack. So, I could raise Duran's intellect or spirit and give him some magic defense. But you need, I guess probably intellect would be more useful because that would block most damage spells. But I would say strength and spirit come first. And then after that, because dexterity is bugged and luck does almost nothing. Wait. How did those lily pads still just loop us around? I didn't even recognize the screen. I'm so lost. Such a small map. I'm going around in circles all the time. Hey there, Thor. Was there lily pads over here that I just didn't? There probably was. I probably just missed a path over here the first time. Alright, level up. So for Carly, can't do stamina, can't do spirit. So her intellect does nothing except give her magic defense. She can't go for healing or magic attack. We could give her magic defense from intellect spells. Actually, I think at this point she just gets strength. If her stamina and spirit are capped, strength at least might let them do a little bit of damage. Because they do so little damage to enemies. It makes me so mad. But if I could just, yeah, I mean, okay, there's the path up, by the way. This is the path I must have missed, but I assume this was a dead end. Yeah, no lily pads over there. Alright. So that'll be the order for Angela and Carly. Get their magic stats up as much as I can. Get their stamina for defense up as much as I can, and then after that, then we go down to strength. Because it's not going to make much of a difference, sadly. But it is better than the stats that are completely bugged. Alright, now we're finally up on the path that the brick was blocking. Now, Angela seems to be doing like 1 damage unless she does a special. But I guess Carly's doing like 10 damage or something with a little bit of higher strength at least. Did we... I don't suppose you guys remember. What I should do the next time I get a level up is see if I can figure out how much attack power they get for 1 point of strength. It might be on the order of like 10 points of attack for 1 strength. Because I think... I'm pretty sure Angela and Carly had very similar attack powers with the same weapons. And then they both got a level up. And now Charlotte's about 10 points higher. And that would translate to 10 more damage if I'm understanding it correctly. I guess it's just really punishing if you don't put any points in strength. It's kind of interesting. I mean, I do like the level up system and everything. It's just it's difficult for spellcasters that should really be focusing on spell casting, you know. All right. This mana statue is made from the same material as the mana stones. You could change class here if you wanted. Oh, but don't forget, if you're changing classes to class number 3, you need a special secret item, because it got locked. So we can't do anything like that right now. We're not high enough level, and we definitely don't have any secret items. It was in one of the books at the library we read about. The final promotions were locked by some old priest of light that thought, hey, that's too powerful. No one's allowed to get to level 3 promotions for free. And sealed behind some items. You only get them in the last couple areas. Well, they're a random drop from enemies as a QQQ seed, And depending on how far in the game, it's kind of spoiler to talk about when they unlock, but it is pretty, like, unless you're pretty close to level 38, you're not going to get the drops. But it is area locked, so there'll be enemies that are around level 38-ish. Depending on where you are in the game. And then you gotta grow the seeds at the end. I think, well, eventually we're gonna find a mana tree. We might be getting close. All these little, yeah, this is it, literally. Haha, it's the Sword of Mana. Yay, a new sword. The bosses are much easier with the debuff, yeah, no doubt. Like I said, Charlotte and Angela aren't the best for killing bosses. Don't rush it. You have to feel the connection to the sword in your heart. Didn't even have to fall off a waterfall. We just had to fly through space and time. Now, unfortunately, all the Mana Stones of the world, the seals on them were all broken by various enemies. So we're seeing where they all are, because we only ever found a couple of them. The first one was light, that was earth. That is wind. We didn't see the wind one. But the fact that they're all radiating energy is not a great sign. So we're basically going to have to ask the goddess to just fix everything. Hey goddess, you don't mind, we have a list of things you need to do actually. You gotta heal Carly's grandpa, you gotta give me the power to kill the Crimson Wizard, you've gotta give us a mana, I don't know, there's a big long list. Someone should have been keeping notes. But every time anything happens, one of the characters is like, we'll just ask the goddess of mana to fix it. So, yeah, that's easy, right? She's gonna fix everything. Alright. Use your heart. The final element. At least it makes some sense for Duran to pull the Mana Sword as a sword wielder. But I got bad news for you. If you're expecting a Mana Sword to kill the Mana Beast. It got purpled! So this is the Mana Sword we've been after. Fairy, we got it! Fairy? Where are you? You didn't tell me what I'm supposed to do with the sword. Fairy has disappeared. Whoa! Now there's some angel thing. It's actually the Mana Goddess, to be specific. I am a shadow of the Goddess of Mana. Duran, true wielder of my sword. Fairy was taken by the forces of evil. Somehow they kidnapped her while we were picking up a sword. We were daydreaming about stones, and she was kidnapped. The fairy, somehow. So go get her. What? Wait, how? Evil? How did that even work? I thought you were going to just grant me some wishes, like a genie or something. What's going on? I'm not a genie. I'm a mana goddess. And I'm also dead. I'm a ghost. Mana has nearly disappeared. Soon the mana tree will die, and I will be no more. There is nothing I can do except leave you with this. Hey, look, a treasure chest. Yay! Wonder what's in it. Duran, chosen of the Mana Sword, as well as your companions, Angela and Charlotte. May the blessings of mana be with you always. No, wait, you have so many things you're supposed to fix. Well, we've got a Mana Sword, guys. And a Flammy all the way to the mana tree to get a Flammy Drum. Well, we won't be using this very often. You see how many times I have to press B to get out of that screen? Alright, well, Now we can fly anytime we want. I mean, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's just story-wise. Also, where did the mana sword go? It's not in our inventory. And it's not equipped or equipable. So we have a mana sword and it just, that's it. It's gone. Congratulations. You've got a mana sword and you met the goddess of mana and that's it. Plus your fairy got kidnapped. You should probably go rescue your fairy. At least the monsters are gone for the backtrack. Probably want to save it. Don't worry, we'll use the flammy drum soon enough, but I think fairy is still pretty close by. Is that rock moved out of the way? I feel like that random brick is going to be gone now. Nope, still here. Just hop over it. It's fine. It's just a tiny rock. Oh! Is an evil jester. Huh? The forces of evil. Gourmand, did you take fairy? Don't be ridiculous. It wasn't me. If it were, I'd have done away with all of you and stolen the sword instead of waiting here. Just try it. Please, I'm speaking hypothetically. It pains me to see the sword of mana right in front of me. But I have orders to leave you whole. The one who stole fairy from you also obliterated my master, the masked mage, along with his entire fortress, the Mirage Palace. So, you would only really learn about these things if you're playing Hawkeye or Lisa's story. Rise, Lise, whatever we're calling her. Which color Lisa? My hands are tied. If I don't do as they say, they won't let me live. And so you see, I'm only here as a messenger. I'm well aware that they will do away with me once I've fulfilled my purpose. I'm merely cooperating till I can make my escape. There I go, rambling on again. I'm sure you can tell that your enemy is the epitome of evil at this point. They're waiting at the entrance to the sanctuary. There, that's done. I must be on my way. Word of advice, it's best to just admit defeat. Farewell. Gourmand is Charlie or Kevin. Oh, right, sorry. He seems goofy enough that he should be the, he seems like he would fit in with the desert enemies more, but yeah, that's true. He's the Beastman one. My foot. Where's Heath? What? Oh, right, yeah. The magic corrupting him is probably lifted now that my master is dead. I heard it left him quite confused, however. We lost track of him, but good riddance. I have better things to do than worry about his well-being. Like mine. Goodbye. Yeah, so anyway, the two stories that aren't directly related to Duran and Angela won't really finish. Heath is still lost. Poor Heath. I promise, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. At least, you know, Charlotte knows what's going on with the Dark Jester a little bit. But yeah, this is once again one of the little splits depending on what character you're on. Basically, whoever you picked as your main class, their enemy is the one that survives to the end. The other two will always lose. My master, his dark majesty, sacrificed his life to bring the Darkstone to this realm, from Mavolia to open the portal. Using the Sword of Mana, we would then revive him. Together, we would turn this world into our new homeland of Mavolia. But a new enemy came and destroyed my master's corpse. Now his soul is trapped forever in darkness, lost to us, just like the Mana Sword. We were defeated. Malocchio thought we might be able to obtain the sword and bring Mavolia to this realm, but without his dark majesty. Cowardly fool. Malocchio's pettiness was an insult to his dark majesty's memory, so I destroyed him with my own hands. I intend to follow soon. His dark majesty was my reason for existence. This is farewell. Now, we've got no one in our party that even cares, but, you know, if you brought along Hawkeye or Lise, they might have something to say. But nobody in my party gives a dang. They just give you a little bit of closure for your side characters if you've got the right side characters. That's all those cutscenes are for. Meanwhile, Crimson Wizard and Evil Dark Knight. The two enemies in the Altina storyline if you're playing as Angela or Duran. Stop! Where do you think you're taking that ferry? If you wish to retrieve your ferry, you will bring the Sword of Mana to Castle Altina. I'll do what? Hang on. That coward! Oh, no one else could touch the sword, so they must have been waiting for you, Duran. That's why they took Ferry hostage. What do we do now? It's a trap! Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I know, but we gotta go, even if it is a trap. We can't just leave Ferry to those fiends. I ain't running from this. That Crimson Wizard won't get the best of me this time. Let's go. Alright, we're ramping on up. I summon you, Mana Beast. One of the few reused sprites from Secret of Mana, actually, I think. Alright. So, you know, we can fly around again. Good old Mode 7. For some reason, I like flying on as Seiken Densetsu 3 Flammy more than Secret of Mana Flammy. It's a little bit easier to control, maybe? I don't know. You can switch between Mode 7 and normal mode with the L and R buttons. Kind of like Final Fantasy VI. I just assume Square got a little bit better at programming world maps by this point, basically. So it's a little bit easier to figure out where you're going. You can... I think the angle is different from Secret of Mana, so it's easier to figure out where you're trying to go. Anyway, we might as well just continue our quest. Let's go right to the Kingdom of Altina. Oh, right, a third island, that's right. So there's 3 islands that we could not get to. Each one of these is sort of correlated with one of the final dungeons. So for instance, this one, I think, is tied to the Crystal Desert, I believe is tied to the Navarre storyline. And then this one, if we can see where we are. Mirage Palace. This is going to be tied to our storyline. And then the last one, the only place on the world map left that we hadn't been on this side. If they'll tell us where we are. The Dark Castle. I believe this is the Beastman / Charlotte one. I think. I could have them backwards, but yeah, it's fine. But yeah, anyway, those are sort of inaccessible for now, and kind of tied to what your main character is. So. Anyway, we got a shining light. It tells you to go here, so easy peasy. Go here. Altina, not Alenia. Different character. Do we really need the ferry? Well, the goddess of mana told us to go get the ferries. That's got to count for something. But we do have the mana sword now, so we should win the game. We could probably go reseal all the stones if we left the ferry alone and just went to reseal stones, but it's too late for that. So what happened to this kingdom? We've never been to this castle before. I will protect my grandchildren, even if it means my life. So things are pretty bad in this kingdom. Even if we want to leave, outside the town is crawling with monsters. Who knows when they'll show up in town? How are we supposed to live like this? This is, of course, Angela's hometown. So if you played as Angela, you would have got to visit this earlier. Oh, I guess I should have made it daytime so we could talk to people. Do you want to... Should we get some story before we go to the actual castle? Or some side dialogue? It's a pretty cool castle, though. You know, middle of an Arctic snowland, and it's got a magical enchantment that keeps everything inside the castle walls from freezing. It's pretty neat. This is the house of the great prophet Popplebrand. A dark and powerful shadow will fall over Castle Altina and spread throughout the world. The end draws closer. You might want to talk to him if you're playing as Angela. But, you know, a lot of the character-specific stuff is locked to the intro of that character. Mana is draining away. Yep. New weapons? I hope not, because we won't have any money. Which side is weapons? We're gonna not have enough money. This is pretty bad. Well, priority is Duran's weapon, because he does all the melee damage, but... 5,000 bucks. That's not great. What else are you selling that's new? This is where money becomes a problem for sure. Oh boy. Broke Ankylo times 2. So, new amulets, new body armor that we definitely would like to get for everybody. I'm gonna try to get the sword for Duran and the armor for everybody and see if we can possibly afford all that. But yeah, I think at this point in the game, you basically always run out of money. Things are just super expensive, unless you're doing a lot of grinding. The only good news is you can sell your old stuff for a pretty good overall sort of income. Alright, let's upgrade the body armor, the stuff that makes the biggest difference. So we do have enough money to get everybody's body armor and Duran's weapon, at the very least. And the last upgrade to the armor gave us a huge magic defense upgrade for the girls. Let's see what we get this time. More of a physical defense upgrade this time around. But that's still a pretty big jump. The elf forest was like mandatory for magic defense, but this is a pretty good physical defense upgrade. Alright, well we're still like halfway below the amount of money we need to buy one more weapon for the girls. We could try to buy some of these. We might be able to buy 2 of them if we're really lucky. I don't actually... I expect the old bracelets are so old, they're not going to be worth very much. Because we haven't bought them in ages. Like, this item slot hasn't been upgraded in, like, I don't know, many, many episodes. At least Duran has a full set of gear. The girls are missing a weapon and a accessory. Yeah, 400 bucks is not enough, I don't think. Well, no, we can buy a defense room. We can buy... Oh, they're actually a bit cheaper than I was expecting. Alright. Well, I guess if we could buy all of the armor, I'd feel like we're not as far behind as it could be. But the girls are not going to do any damage at all. Like, they're... I'm not even sure if upgrading their weapons would have made a difference anyway, though. I'm just hoping that these accessories have some sort of special effect. Because one defense is just not going to make much difference. We're going to be short a little bit. I already bought that one. I need 990 to buy the last one. Well. Oh. Shouldn't have bought so many honey elixirs, I guess. Spent too much money on healing items. Alright, well I'm happier with all the small upgrades. Maybe at some point you should just stop buying weapons for the mages. It's just too expensive. And, I mean, I did buy, like, part of the reason we're broke, I assume, is I did buy a fair amount of, like, reserve healing items. So, wherever they are on the list, honey elixir, I'm sure I have more than... Yeah, I mean, I have bought... Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've got 31 fairy walnuts and 12 honey elixirs. Those are not super cheap. I wish there was, like, an auto refill button in here somewhere, rather than having to search through the list to find. But like most of these consumables or cast items, they're actually pretty cheap. Like they're like 20 bucks each or kind of thing. So having like 10 or 20 of them isn't... It's not like we spent very much money. Oh, we'll probably... You can probably put the fairy flute away at this point. I can't remember if there's any use for them now that you can fly. I don't think we need to ever use them again, though, but... We'll save that for closer to an emergency if I find something I need them for. Maybe I didn't buy any back... Oh, no, I bought some backup Spectrons. Alright, anyway. Super slow menuing. So we're short, what, about 10,000 gold? After all that. I got the cat's burger. We would need 38... I assume we want the mithril staff. That's 3,800. And the troll flail. So we need about 8,000 gold. Whew. Well, that's... I'm not going to grind for it, but dang, that's a lot of money. Monsters! Monsters are in the castle! They've taken over. Yeah, you know. I guess the Cup of Wishes were 100 bucks each. We did spend... But, like, it's really nice to have some backup healing items. So, I don't think it's a waste. I just... Maybe I should have done a little bit more GP grind for a little bit longer. Just to make sure I had enough money, but... I don't know, 8,000 gold, still a lot. It's horrible. Is Her Majesty the true queen? Or is she alright? Is she the queen? I don't know. At this point, she could be anybody. I still think the true queen is a dumb translation. The Jap fan translation, I definitely called it something else. No matter what, I won't shut down my business. If I close up shop, everyone would be disappointed. With the castle in the state, there's nowhere left to turn. We might as well continue as best we can. It's got a pretty large tavern. Oh my, travelers. It's almost morning. Alright. Good thing I had enough money. I could have run out of money before I could sleep. It definitely was possible. Alright, Salamando Day. That's fine. Buffed up Fireball a little bit. I guess it means don't use Fire Saber. Alright, anyone to talk to now that it's daytime? Yeah. The monsters in the castle are magical creatures. Our magic is no match. I heard a mercenary known as the Darkshine Knight was hired on recently. But the monster is still going to the castle. What is he doing? Darkshine. Did the Darkshine Knight let all those monsters into the castle? I mean, Her Majesty wouldn't rely on physical strength instead of her own magic. Her Majesty is still in the castle, but what can we do? So it's not a very happy kingdom. Oh, wait, what was that? Something about monsters after the Crimson Wizard came back from the Sanctuary. Oh, well. Yeah, they went and tried to steal stuff from the Mana Sanctuary and unleashed monsters. They didn't attack the town, at least, so that's nice. You guys awake at least now? Yeah, the kids were sleeping last night. I'm not scared. Grandpa's here. Okay, I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time just talking to people. But, you know, a lot of the story for these old JRPGs is hidden behind talking to random NPCs. It could have been useful to go talk to the Hero King back at Valsina for Duran before we came here, but... it's just too much time backtracking, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Anyway, I think for the future tubers, we're going to end the episode about here. Before we enter the castle. Yeah. Alright, so... We got the Mana Sword, and it's invisible, but we've got it. We're just carrying it in our hearts. And we got a Flammy Drum. So it wasn't a wasted episode or anything, but, you know... it's not quite the reward our adventurer heroes were hoping for from the Mana Seed. The Goddess of Mana did not grant any of our wishes. Nobody has been revived. No one has been healed. The Mana Stones are still unsealed. And then our fairy got kidnapped while we were daydreaming about Mana Stones. So it didn't work out so well. I'm not exactly sure how they kidnapped the fairy from underneath our noses. The fairy that lives in our head. But maybe we'll find out next episode. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.